Okej. Avengers Doomsday. Josh Brolin, czyli Thanos, jest pytany, czy wróci jako Thanos.
Money, but
Aha, no i angielski jest wymagany, no nie?
way better job, way better filmmaker.
Yeah.
I w razie czego, no to ja tam na końcu tej wypowiedzi wam to streszczę. Jakbyście nie znali angielskiego.
And it does. It's
worked
and
out,
I know
yeah.
that Tom Cruise had a major impact on me in that way.
Speaking of major money, Thanos, the Avengers films. That's my segue. That's my drugged up segue.
That's a good segue.
Was there a moment or more early on where you're like, is this really going to work? Are they going to buy the purple guy on screen? Like, I mean, I'm delivering the best I can, but this is also a lot of artisans need to make this.
No, because there's a level of absurdity that I enjoy so much that it goes back to, and I've said it a million times, but it goes back to like black box theater.
Yeah.
When you have no money and you're pretending that this thing is a gun,
Right.
You know, and you're just like, no, don't. And if you have enough conviction, that actually people will start to think it's a gun.
Yeah.
And there was a level of that where they would even, because they were afraid it was going to get out, give us a phony scene and then give us the real scene when we get there, which to me is like hell.
Yeah.
Because I can't prep, I can't this, I'm thinking about the lines and all this kind of stuff. But it all worked out. And by the way, that was supposed to be, what do you call it? Like a cameo. It was supposed to be, when it was first brought to me, I was doing the Everest movie and I was in London and they brought me this huge Bible and they were like, you know, it's just...
Generalnie, jak na razie mówi, że Thanos miał być małym cameo w Marvelu, w MCU. To ciekawe, kogo mieli na myśli jako głównego wroga całej sagi. Chyba że wtedy nie myśleli o sadze.
Little thing and it's going to be, you know, in it for like 10 minutes or something. And then it turned, and then they changed it and turned into this whole thing.
Okay.
But no, I really, that was one movie, and I've said it, Deadpool 2, I was like, you know, I'm glad it was one experience.
Right.
You know?
Right.
The Thanos thing, if they called me in London right now and said, let's do this, I'd be like, I'll be there tomorrow.
I mean, are you in contact? Obviously, Downey is back. We're excited to see what he does with Doom. Like, do you stay in touch with Downey, the Russos, and are you abreast of like what they're doing?
Probably 4 to 6 times a year. I talk to the Russos probably 4 to 6 times a week. I mean, I talk to Joe a lot. I mean, we have a business that we're doing together and all this kind of stuff, but I love them. I love both of them. I think they're amazing.
So it wouldn't be a tough proposition. I mean, obviously, like, you don't want to go back and do a lesser version. You went out on such a great note, but like, you have confidence in these guys if they come up with something that makes sense.
Of course, they're going to come up with something really fun. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? That was a 10-year in the building kind of thing, and you know, that was its own kind of bookended deal. And I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm sure it'll be interesting. I think they do that very, very, very well.
Yeah, also just the fluidity of the scripts. Like, I mean, again, as an actor, you were just saying this, like, prep is everything.
Everything.
So, like, Endgame and Infinity, like, the scripts were, I don't know how, if they were ever locked.
I don't think so. I don't know.
But like, you were never handed, like, here, Josh, is your script for these 2 films.
Ever. I never knew. And I did Deadpool in the middle of it.
Wow.
So I would leave.
That's a lot of chaos.
Like, I would be a little fat during one, and then I'd leave, and then I got in really good shape, and then I'd come back with a different haircut and all that, and then I'd finish that scene, and we'd do things over that didn't necessarily work the first time and all that, yeah.
Do you have any specific memories of the final confrontation with Downey when you murdered poor Iron Man?
Yeah, I remember the late Jimmy Rich, who was a really close friend of mine, who was Downey's right-hand guy, who's not around anymore, got in an accident.
Right.
Handing off nicotine gum. I remember Downey would do this, and Jimmy Rich would be there with a piece of nicotine gum. That's what I remember about the end. I don't know. And I remember I was in my thing. It's like there's a couple of times that I remember putting my hand on Downey's head, super uncomfortable, little sexual. And then there was another moment where I was with Zoe, and you know, I wore the back piece where the Thanos head is way, way up, which is how tall he would be. So she had to look at that during the scene, kind of an emotional scene, and I had to look at her crotch. So she's looking at that, and I'm looking at that.
This is why they pay you the big bucks.
Dude,
Commitment.
That's for technique.
Spoko. Generalnie, jeżeli nie zrozumieliście, to tak, Josh Brolin grał Thanosa, no nie? I mówi, że tak, że jeżeli by zadzwonili do niego i powiedzieli, hej, chcemy Thanosa z powrotem w Doomsday, to on by się zgodził i przyleciałby na drugi dzień do Londynu, tam gdzie nagrywają Doomsday. No i wspomina o tym, że generalnie jak to było, no nie, że Thanos miał być tylko małym cameo, ale się rozrosło, zmienili zdanie i że generalnie był chaos, bo nigdy w życiu scenariusz do Infinity War i do Endgame nie był jakby ustawiony, że non-stop się zmieniał. Także to jest ciekawe. Ciekawe.